And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and as promised, I'm here as a Thursday tradition to talk about the quote-unquote teases we're getting from 2K in regards to the new content. So if you remember yesterday, they started the tease fest a little bit early. This Friday's pack is all new with an interesting twist. Bug eye emoji. Stay tuned for more details tomorrow. Now, 2K has actually followed that up with details early this morning, which is usually not when they do this. They usually drop the news around like 2 or 3 p.m. Central Time, 1 or 2 Pacific or noon or whatever. 2 new pink diamonds hit the My Team courts tomorrow at 8 a.m. 2021 Hall of Famer Ben Wallace. Yes, he's so well deserving of a Hall of Fame nod, by the way. I just wanted to specify that. The GOAT, Michael Jordan. I'm glad that at least 2K recognizes that he's the GOAT. Are you ready to find out what makes this release unique? ? So we're getting a pink diamond Ben Wallace and a pink diamond Michael Jordan for sure, which I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything, but I did say that we were getting a pink diamond Michael Jordan. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm not going to call myself a mystic or anything, but I did say we're getting a pink diamond Michael Jordan relatively soon. People speculated on what the twist might be. They both have 3 points, probably center power forward Jordan, like out of position stuff, glitched packs, calling it right now. This guy's taking My Team grind orders. They really putting together an all Pistons team. We need a pink diamond Richard Hamilton, straight up. So we're getting the GOAT and Ben Wallace. Now, what can we expect from these? We'll talk about that in a second. I'll talk about my thoughts on what we can expect from all of this, because 2K followed it up a few hours later with this. Introducing limited edition packs. 3 24-hour drops. So essentially, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the packs will change or evolve, as they say, because guaranteed pink diamond box topper on 20-pack boxes, which I will talk about as well. Pack evolves with new pink diamonds available in each drop, meaning multiple. Also available as the box topper. Let's get this out of the way right now. 98 to 99% of the box toppers are going to be Ben Wallace. All right, first off, remember that. 99% of the time that you go and open a box topper, it's going to be Ben Wallace. Meaning Ben Wallace is going to legitimately be 10,000 MT. At the absolute most. I'm not even kidding. But there could be something that I'll talk about in a second that may limit how low Ben Wallace and Michael Jordan actually do go. I do think that it's probably more likely that Ben Wallace will drop significantly in price. MJ will probably be a buyout, but he'll probably be a 70 or 80K buyout, where Ben Wallace will be a 10 or 20,000 buyout, possibly even less. Now, here's the thing about this, right? First off, I'm going to go into Michael Jordan and Ben Wallace themselves. Take a look at 2KDB real quick, right? This is a pink diamond Michael Jordan that we got at November 25th of 2020 last year. Now, every time we get the new card news and stuff like that, I do this, where I'll go ahead and I'll look at comparable versions of the cards from last year. And every single time I've done this, they've pretty much been identical. Outside of a few stat shifts, not much has really changed. When you look at the pink diamond AD, it was very, very similar. Slightly better, but very similar to the draft AD we got last year. When we looked at some of the other cards that we've had teased, the diamond LeBron was basically a carbon copy. Some of the early game Wades were also a carbon copy as well of that one that we got. So expect a similar situation with Michael Jordan. I mean, if you look back to 2K20, if you look back to 2K19, the Michael Jordans that have a similar badge count and are around the same time as this Michael Jordan are pretty much all identical. This Michael Jordan right here is identical to the All-Star Diamond Michael Jordan that we got in May of 2K20. It's also identical to a Michael Jordan that was a pink diamond that we got around the same time. No, I think he was actually a diamond in 2K19. I didn't go back and look at 18 and 17 and stuff because the badge counts were a lot different. But the stats of the 2K19 one were very similar. So, looking at the stats, I mean, he's got 97 shot close, 94 shot mid, 79 three-pointer. Look, last year, that 79 three-pointer made this Michael Jordan card borderline unusable, right? Which was weird. This year is not the case. In 2K21, especially on current gen, if they had below an 85 three-pointer, they would rarely make whites for some reason. Now, that's not the case this year. You'll be able to splash with this Michael Jordan, right? Badges. The badge count is going to be identical. Like he's going to have like 8 Hoff badges, 7 or 8, like 23 to 25 golds, maybe like 1 random silver or bronze, right? Looking at the stats, though, he's going to have 95 speed, 95 acceleration with a 97 vertical. That's all accurate. Strength will probably be the same. 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle, 90 speed with ball. All this stuff is going to be basically the same. He is going to have ridiculous defensive tendencies, 98 pass intercept, 98 on ball steal. The real problem with this Jordan was that 40 shot contest tendency. This year, especially if you're over on 2K22 Next Gen, that means absolutely nothing. Look at how many Jordans we got last year. 99, 99, 99, 99. So many, dude. So many Jordans. And I expect to see the same thing this year. Looking at the badge count, I don't think it's going to be too different between this Michael Jordan and the Jordan that we see tomorrow. Obviously, we don't have Showtime anymore, but we can look at the PS5 Xbox Series badges and get kind of a better idea. I like how he decreased Hoff badges on Next Gen and increased gold. But looking at this, I mean, it's relatively the same. Like, this is going to be what we're going to see. He's going to have, like, gold Deadeye. He's going to have, like, gold clutch shooter. He's going to have hot zone hunter, but he's going to have, like, you know, all interior hot zones and stuff like that. Defensively, I mean, if he has these badges defensively, he'll be fine. Like Hall of Fame pickpocket, tireless defender, gold clamps, clutch defender. He didn't have intimidator. I suspect that he will end up having intimidator this year. That's just my personal belief on the matter. You know, defensive leader. He'll probably have ball stripper. You know, he'll probably have a lot of the protecting badges. He's going to be one of the best finishing cards in the game. Animations with that Michael Jordan base are going to be fine. Like, Michael Jordan base is really, really good this year. And he's going to have all the shooting badges upgradable. What I'm saying is this card is going to be a monster. He is essentially going to be, for lack of a better comparison, a souped up ML card, basically, is what this card is going to be. Or, I mean, a much, much better Scottie Pippen, realistically. Obviously, they're different due to size and ability, but I just mean what he's going to bring to your team is going to be very similar. This Michael Jordan is going to be no joke, and this is basically the Michael Jordan that we're going to get. And if you're interested in that card in general, go over to 2KDB, check out the Idols 1 VIP Michael Jordan. It's going to be identical to what we've got, and I promise we got the same exact card in 2K20. Literally. Now, giving a look over at Ben Wallace, this is a weird time to get Ben Wallace. We typically either get Ben Wallace in endgame or we get him right at the beginning, usually. Dating back to 2K19, where badge counts were a little bit different and stuff, that itself is going to be different. This probably is going to be at least relatively similar to what the Ben Wallace that we get tomorrow is going to be. He's going to have like 7 or 8 Hoff badges, which are all going to be defensive. You know, he's probably going to have gold clamps. He'll probably have like Hall of Fame defensive leader, rim protector, probably like worm or something like that. Maybe like some of these badges, you know what I mean? Maybe like silver pickpocket or something. He might even have some playmaking badges, but this is the card that we're basically going to get. He's going to have like no mid-range, no three-point shooting. Honestly, I hope they give him like a 75 mid-range at least. I don't care about the three-pointer, but if they can give him a mid-range game, he'll be very, very usable. If they make him a little faster too, because Ben Wallace was known to be very fast and very strong. Here's the thing though, that 92 strength is really going to come into play this year. 94 offensive rebound, like this is basically the card we're going to get, but he's going to be souped up a bit because he's going to be a pink diamond. And this card was ended September 8th of 2020. This card is obviously coming on October 15th. So it's going to be a little bit different. That being said, though, they're going to soup up his stats. They're going to give him additional badges and stuff like that. I mean, he'll probably have at least 1 or 2 shooting badges. They're not going to be anything of consequence, like, you know what I mean? Like, he'll probably get, like, slippery off ball or, like, you know, ice in veins or, like, set shooter or something if he's able to shoot at all. Maybe he'll get, like, a playmaking badge or 2. But for the most part, like, this is kind of what we're expecting, just with a larger badge count. Stats-wise, probably the same. Tendencies, he'll probably have stooped-up tendencies as well. Like, he'll have some of the best defensive tendencies in the game. Animation's going to be the same. You know, we're going to see the Ben Wallace jump shot that we all know and love come back. It just kind of remains to be seen. Now, let's go to the updates page of 2K21. And the reason for that is we're going to look at... So this is actually what we got the day before 250K qualifier won last time. This is going to look a lot different than what we're going to be seeing tomorrow, because we're going to be seeing about, over the course of the weekend, 6 different pink diamonds. Now, expect the Sunday ones to not be that hyped. And the reason I say that, 250K qualifiers are over. They're not going to want to put the high tier cards that day. The high tier cards are going to come Friday, and they're going to come, I shouldn't say high tier. The hyped cards are going to come Friday and Saturday morning specifically. Saturday morning specifically would be a good time for them to drop a really hyped card. You know what I mean? Just because it would make a lot of sense. If everybody's scrambling to add this card before the qualifiers, you know, let's find the possess packs, right? October 31st. So we got our actual possess packs. This is kind of what the actual set's going to look like, more or less, right? We got our Michael Jordan, we got our Ben Wallace right here. You know what I mean? T-Mac is going to be like Michael Jordan, very overhyped. Everyone's going to want him, but he's going to end up being like Matt. Amari Stoudemire is going to be just like Ben Wallace, where this is the pink diamond 99% of people are going to get, and he's not very good or usable at all. And then they're going to fill up the set with potentially like some decent diamonds, maybe one that no one really cares about, like David West, who ends up being like pretty decent. A Kawhi Leonard type guy in the diamond tier as well, somebody that is like really hyped but is a diamond. You know, Donovan Mitchell, Jimmy Butler, these guys were both very good. And then we're going to see like a pretty similar pack release overall, just no emeralds. It's going to be sapphires and stuff, but the release itself is going to be the same. Now, here is the thing that I think really is going to be overstated, and that is the limited time cards, right? Last year, they gave us James Harden, LeBron James, and Vince Carter. Those are, in addition to being big names, these were some of the best cards in the game, no question. James Harden was probably the best offensive shooting guard in the game at this point. Vince Carter was one of the best, if not the best card in the game at this point of the year. And this is basically the same as the Dunktober Vince Carter we've already received. Like, you know what I mean? So do not be shocked if any of the cards that we get are going to be crazy good. Now let's talk about what we could actually see as far as the limited time cards, because those first 2 days of limited time pink diamonds, they're going to be ridiculous. Now, like someone like a Dave Cowens, that's a Sunday guy. You know what I mean? That is definitely a Sunday guy. One guy we could easily see is Zion Williamson. I wouldn't be shocked to see him at all. We've already basically seen all 3 of these guys, so we're not going to see the same limited time guys. All right, now let's look at some other guys we could potentially see as limited time players. Now, Ben Wallace is the 2021 Hall of Fame inductee. So looking at the inductees for the 2021 Hall of Fame class, we could see, yes, Paul Pierce, Bill Russell, because he is being inducted as a coach. A coach Bill Russell would be so sick. Yeah, I don't know who some of these guys are, so I don't foresee, us seeing them. But Chris Bosh, Paul Pierce, Bill Russell as a coach, Ben Wallace, Chris Webber. I've been saying we're going to see a Chris Webber card. This is the time. Chris Webber and Paul Pierce for sure, but they're going to want to juice these up with a little bit more as well. So, who else could we see? That is a good question. We're going to look at that right now. Now, number one, I just feel like there's no way we don't see Magic Johnson. Right? Like, there's no possible way. And he'll probably be pretty similar to this Magic Johnson right here, maybe with a little bit of a boost in speed. But Magic Johnson would be someone I would definitely not count out in seeing as well. In addition to him, we could look at, I don't think we see Andre Karolinko. Looking at some other guys, Dave Cowens is always a good bet too. Kevin Garnett would be another card that I wouldn't be shocked to see. Zion as well. These are just guys that typically 2K likes to roll out around this point in the year. Now, like 2K has not been afraid to jump forward in time and start rolling out cards that are a little bit too early. So Kevin Durant, yeah, I could definitely see them rolling out a Kevin Durant. They're not afraid to jump ship a little bit and drop cards that are just like way too early. You know what I mean? Like at this point last year, we're essentially getting the cards that we got in late October, mid-November, in the beginning and middle of October this year. We're not going to see guys like Wilt Chamberlain or anything like that. I mean, just look at the possessed guys. Like, those are big names, and 2K is going to do it again. They want people to come and spend more money on packs. That's the thing. Like, they want people to continue to come back and spend more money on these packs, right? Now, let's talk about the packs themselves, okay? Although it is going to be tempting, with Pink Diamond guaranteed as the box topper for 20-pack boxes only, remember two things. Number one, anytime we've ever had box toppers, one card is going to reign supreme over the rest, and Ben Wallace will be that card, okay? If you want multiple Ben Wallaces, buy 20 boxes. You're going to get a bunch of them, right? You probably have a similar chance of opening singles with MT to pull some of these high-tier Pink Diamonds as you do as using the box topper, because the odds that it's going to be Ben Wallace or MJ are going to be remarkably high, right? And I know the odds don't really support that, but just playing 2K for as long as I have, I kind of understand that. Number two, each 20-pack box is going to be over $50 US. I don't know what that is in quid. I don't know what that is in euro specifically. I just know that, or any of the other currencies, so I apologize. I know in New Zealand, it's like way more expensive over there because I've taken the yearly trip to New Zealand every time the game drops, but it's going to be expensive. It's going to cost over $50 for one singular 20-pack box. Know that. There's a reason 2K is doing this. Like, if you want that Pink Diamond box topper, you are going to be paying over $50 for it. And it's not going to be worth it. Just basically tell yourself you're paying over $50 for a Pink Diamond Ben Wallace and then a bunch of like amethysts and rubies, because these are deluxe packs. As you can see, they obviously tell you that. So as they release more information, we obviously are going to be talking about it. I'm going to be streaming later. Hopefully we'll see what's up. I'm also going to drop a market video once they drop some more information, so we have a little bit more on this situation. Let's refresh and see if they dropped any news before I end this video. They have not. We could see some more info in about 12 or so minutes, so stay tuned for that. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.